Hi everyone, so today I want to talk about purpose and identity. So where do we get our purpose from? Where do we get our identity from? Do we get it from money? Do we get it from a job title? Do we get it from a person? Does our purpose come from what we get? Or does it come from what we give? Why are we here? What is our purpose? Why are we alive? And I think sometimes, our identity is in a relationship, or in money, or in property, or in cars, or in clothes, or in, how we look. And when those things fall apart, because our identity and our purpose is within those things, when those things fall apart, we fall apart. So many suicides and deaths are caused by emotional impulses because of something in their life not going right. Whether it was a person leaving them, or going bankrupt, or a divorce, and those things that people put their identity in, the pain of it begins to overwhelm them because they don't know who they are. Their identity is in something that can change, something that isn't permanent, and it's years of lies, years of abuse, years of low self-worth, maybe from bullying. It's all temperamental. It's not gonna be there forever. And so why do we put our identity and purpose in people, or money, or homes, or property, or cars, or jobs? And when those things fall apart, we lose it. We lose control. We don't have the control. And those feelings and emotions can feel so real in the moment, but are they worth, letting go completely of your life to a bad day, or a bad job, or bullying? And those things we can get so caught up in, and it becomes so real. And we forget, that our value doesn't come within what other people say, or money, or a career. It comes from God. It comes from Jesus, because He made us. God created us. He put breath in our lungs, and we have a purpose. But when, what I see the enemy do to people is, he tells people, God isn't real, or don't go to church, or the last thing they want to do is go to church. The last thing they want to do is talk to God. The last thing they want to do is to seek counsel. And I think it's pride and selfishness of not wanting to ask for help or tell someone they're hurting. And, if we were to put our identity in that, simply because God loved us, He cares about us, He created us just because He loved us. If we could put our value in what He thinks about us and what He says about us, and not in things that change, things that move, things that are fleeting, we can put our identity in those things, and once they're gone, the floor is taken out from under us. Like, okay, so that didn't work out, now what? My family member died. My best friend died. I lost my job. That guy broke my heart. He broke up with me. He left me. Is that gonna make our whole world fall apart? Like, it's not right, and we shouldn't get our value in those things, yet we do. Brian Head Welsh from Korn has a testimony about how he had all of the money, all the homes, all the houses, all the cars, all the women, all the drugs, all the alcohol. He had everything, and yet he was lost. He was broken and empty inside. And the one thing he needed was Jesus. And there's so many people that are just like that. We look up to celebrities and value them and say that's what we want in life. But in all reality, a lot of them don't even know what they're doing. Their marriages don't last. They're on drugs. They promote drugs and having, sex and affairs and being promiscuous. What love is in that? That's just gonna lead us to more brokenness. We need to put our identity in that simply we are beautiful because we're beautiful, or we matter just because we matter. We don't want to get our self-worth or identity in a person, a place, or a thing. We want to get it in simply us having a heartbeat, us having breath in our lungs makes us matter. That we have a purpose just because we matter, just because we exist. And we don't have to know what's going on or have everything figured out, or being a perfect life, or being a perfect relationship, or have the perfect job. We can be content in being broken, content in being lost, and not having it all figured out. Don't base your feelings and your emotions and make that your identity. Don't make what you feel your identity. Truth isn't what you feel. Truth is simply, I'm alive and I matter and I'm beautiful, and it doesn't matter what anyone thinks of me. I exist. I have a purpose. I have a purpose because I exist. And everyone has a purpose simply because they exist. We can do good things on this earth, but don't get your identity in what you do, but get your identity in who you are. You are a beautiful child of God. You're a beautiful son. You're a beautiful daughter. Be content in just being that child of God, being accepted and loved for being yourself. Remember that you have a purpose. You have an identity. And you matter. No matter what you're going through, you're above the storm, and you matter. You matter. I hope this encourages someone, and I'll talk to you guys soon.